Big up everybody joined. This is TJ Warren TV. This is Dal. Arsenal 0. Arsenal 0, Newcastle 2 in the first leg of the Carabao Cup. It is over, ladies and gentlemen. It is over before it began. Big up everybody that's watching. Make sure you smash a like, subscribe if you're new. I am in pain. Now, Dal, I don't know if you knew this. I have 4 fucking straight hours of streaming to talk about whatever that was that I just watched. This manager is finished. These players are finished. Finished. We're done. We're done. You know, like, and look, I'm not a guy who's going to be like, oh man, I'm not going to watch for the rest of the season. I'm not going to throw my toys out the pram, but we're not winning shit this year. So why keep it going? Why keep the facade of this manager in charge? Some of these players, why keep it up? What is the point? What is the point when your best option after a couple of injuries is Kai Havertz on the right? You sub off Thomas Partey for Jorginho when you need a fucking goal.
Right.
Like, what are we doing here? It is beyond a clown show. Get out the clown noses. Get the tents. Get the fucking unicycles. We're done. We're done. Big up everybody inside, by the way. Big up Will for the raid. We will have Connor joining us a little bit later. Dal, I know you're on limited time too, so
sure.
Yeah. Go.
Well,
how you feeling, man?
I'm absolutely livid. I feel kind of embarrassed. We were embarrassed out there today. I mean, it was men against boys. The Kai Havertz thing, like I've said before, it's done. Odegaard is digressing. He doesn't know where to go without Saka. The whole squad is lost without Saka. There's no outlet. There's no play through the midfield. It's either, hoof it up the pitch and pray that Kai Havertz can get a shoulder or a chest on it and get the ball on the floor. But, how many times can we watch that? We've completely diverted from the style of play that Wenger instilled for 22 years. We've basically taken shit on his legacy, by the style of football we're playing right now. And even on George Graham's, Herbert Chapman's, we can go down the list. But today is a dark day for the Arsenal Football Club. This was a semifinal at home, bro. At home,
under the lights.
One goal. I mean,
it wasn't even raining, Dal. It wasn't even raining.
It was raining, but it was cold out, right? Or something where the wind was blowing in the wrong direction, whatever the hell the excuse is going to be today. But the fact of the matter is, if Martinelli puts that 3 inches left, it's 1-0 and it's a different game. But he did it, right? We speak in facts here on this show, and he did not. It was a hell of a strike. Again, have we seen Kai Havertz strike the ball like that since Bolton? No, right? So at least big up Martinelli, getting the ball, getting there. I mean, 2 inches on the inside. I mean, we're talking 1-0, like I said, possibly a different game. But I think they come back and win 2-1, right? There's no security in this team. And I'm sorry, Gabriel and Saliba are a shadow of who they were 2 years ago. A shadow, bro, of who they were.
Yeah. Saliba was a lot at fault for that ESAC goal, by the way. How much space? How much space do you need to afford the most unformed striker in the fucking Premier League? I don't get it, dude.
Right.
I don't get it.
If the one player who is fucking not guarded, it's him. Like, why would you guard Dan Burn so close with a double team and let the ball trickle through and Isak is the last man on the ball? Like, where was Timber? Where's the organization, the communication? Where's Reyes saying, there's the best player in the fucking league right now, 2 feet away from me, right? I mean, it's like everything just turns off. It's too robotic. It's too systematic. It's too all over the place. Nobody knows what the other player is going to do. There's no anticipation for the ball. There's no first step towards the ball. It's just wait, right? Everything's just wait. Pass the ball to him. Great. He waits. Boom. There's Jolinton. Pass the ball to him. Wait. There's Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall was absolutely skinning us today.
Lewis Hall and Anthony Gordon
is one of the best left backs in form right now, TJ.
Yep.
I mean, he skinned us today. Dan Burn and Botman. I rate Botman, but Dan Burn, we couldn't get Dan Burn to tie his shoelaces today. Give me a break. The whole thing was just sloppy, just from the get-go. My dumbass predicted 3-2. I thought we'd actually show up today. I thought, it'd be 2-2. Kind of do a couple goals, cancel out each other. But once Havertz was on the team sheet, I knew we weren't scoring. I was like, this ain't happening. It's not. Nothing is going to happen with Kai fucking Havertz in this team, bro.
Yep.
What does it take for this manager to open up his asshole brain and say that he killed $65 million of our transfer budget on a shit player? He is awful. We gave him the 10 games, right? Shout out Tony Claude, shout out Jazz. Let's give this kid time. And we did. And it took 6 months to see him improve, right? To the beginning of 2024, where he went on a purple patch. And that was it. I'm done with these experiments, bro. Once I saw him in the lineup, I knew we were not going to win that game. But I figured we'd get a jackass goal off a header or his shoulder, And again, the Gabriel goals have dried up. Where are those at? How many games now have there been since Gabriel's?
We look shambolic on our set pieces today, by the way. Yeah, it was like a shadow of what we've been doing. Like, we're hitting first man, getting it over the box.
Every time Trossard was guarding Dan Burn. Why was Trossard guarding Dan Burn? That's like a fucking Wizard of Oz midget trying to guard, fucking Jesus. Blue Tabara, bro. I'm not sorry for not being PC, but I'm fucking done with this shit. It's common sense. It's common sense. Like leaving Isaac isolated in the back for that first goal. What the fuck? Like he's the one player, bro. The one player you need to watch out for. Like, when's the last time Jolinton scored with his head? When's the last time fucking Lewis Hall did a 360 bicycle kick in the goal? Never would that ever happen. But you let Isak stand out there just getting Chili Cole Palmer feelings and putting the ball in the fucking near post out there by himself. He needed a fucking parka, bro. He's so cold standing out there isolated. What the fuck are we doing, man? And Trossard, I'm done. Get him out. He's 29. He can't run. He can't create. He's great inside the box. Other than that, he's fucking dog shit. I'm done with bro. 7 to 8 player clear out this summer.
Dude, that was what I was
again, bro. Again, a fucking clear out. God. Go on, TJ. Sorry, I'm just fucking done with this manager in this club.
No. I mean, and I, you know who called me as the time was ticking down? Don Hussam.
Oh, what a fucking shock, man! I swear that guy was more fun
and here's what I told him: start the rebuild now. Get the manager out. Start it fucking now. Get out the deadwood in this player. Get out the deadwood in this club and start over. The only people there are only 3 or 4 people in our starting 11 that I would keep. David Raya was awful today, by the way. Absolutely awful. Given we were getting pressed, Newcastle was pressing in our zone, and he was still trying to play it out the back. He gave away 2 balls out the back today in the first half.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Gabriel and Saliba, shells of themselves today. Saliba at fault for that first goal. Timber, awful today. Awful. And I backed this guy. Miles Lewis-Skelly, okay. He was fine. Couple of bad passes, but the rest of the line, fucking garbage. Our midfield, don't even get me started. We got absolutely cut through in that first half. Yeah. It was like they weren't even there. And we're supposed to, and I have people trying to pass these guys off as world class. Martin Odegaard, world class. Partey, world class. Rice, world class.
When they want to be.
They got cut through like a fucking League One team tonight.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And we just let them come. Let them come. Pause. Let them come. And we did nothing about it. Yeah, you can talk about that Martinelli hit all you want. The biggest stat that I want to talk about is that we had 13 shots in the first half, 4 on target. What the fuck?
No, TJ,
what are we doing?
TJ, we've had whatever you saw, it's been reducted. We've had 23 shots this game, 3 on target. 23
Oh
shots.
my God,
23 shots on goal. 3
Bro!
of them were on target. But don't worry, guys. We don't need to improve our forward line. We've got Kai Havertz. We've got Gabriel Jesus. You know, we're set. TJ, do you want to carry on, bro? Because I don't want to interrupt you there. Sorry.
No. You know what? No, there is one thing that I want to call out. I'm starring the best ones, by the way. H just says Igal is fuming. Igal is part of the problem. I'll say the word. Igal is part of the problem.
Igal's already tweeted about
nicest guy in the world. Don't get me wrong. Personally, I like the guy, but his crap, but parrying out this mediocrity and being okay with it, he's part of the problem. Sorry. I'm done with it.
He hasn't even, I don't think, blamed the players. He's too busy blaming Isak for shoving Odegaard for the first goal. But I'm sorry. Welcome to football. It's a contact sport, and you're acting like he literally pounded Odegaard onto the floor like it was a WWE move. He pushed him away a little bit. Odegaard shouldn't be much of a pussy and actually build up a bit more strength so that he hasn't actually has to deal with that and actually go and do it. And don't forget, why is Martin Odegaard... Look at that. It's a great shot of TJ being frozen. Why is Martin Odegaard marking the tallest and probably one of the most strongest players for Newcastle and their top goal scorer? Why aren't our defenders marking him for that goal? Where's Gabriel? Where's Saliba? I didn't even watch the game. I'm actually... Listen, again, Babs, I think a lovely guy.
Nice guy, blazes the wrong people.
To be fair, he is another one who is now waking up to see, I think, the truth of what's been going on. TJ, by the way, I didn't want to interrupt you. I'll let you go, TJ. I don't want to interrupt you, bro.
It's fine.
Yeah, listen. Big up to everyone. I didn't watch the game. I was at a restaurant, and I'm actually quite glad I was there because I couldn't.
I hope you enjoyed the meal.
I did, brother. You had
a better night than everybody in this chat. By the way, smash the likes for my pain. No, and I'm not talking about these guys personally, by the way. I'm not. But the crap that they are peddling for views and clicks and likes it needs to stop because you are impressed. These guys, believe it or not, these guys have a big voice. They have a big following, and people buy into their BS. And the people are listening to what these guys have to say. And you know what? Big up to them. They worked their ass off to get there, but stop peddling the mediocrity. The football club is listening. The fans are listening. The Cronkies are listening. And they are going to be like, you know what? We're okay. We're fine. We don't need to do anything. We don't need to fix anything. It's okay that we have Kai Havertz playing on the right. We have a finished Martinelli on the left. Martinelli's ruined, by the way. He's done. Gabriel Jesus coming in and doing absolutely fucking nothing. Like, come on, guys. Like, what are we doing here? At what point are we going to say enough is enough? Enough is enough. We're done. We are not. And now you have a team that is on such bad form. You have Manchester United fans rubbing their hands together, getting ready for this weekend. Because if Newcastle can come into the Emirates and do that to us, it was a blueprint for Man United. A blueprint. We're not taking these cups seriously. And by the way, I want to talk about the players as well. The players did not show up today. The players had to be in a better place mentality-wise today, and they didn't do it.
But he's fixed the squad, TJ. He's fixed the squad, TJ. He's fixed the squad, TJ.
No, fuck off with that. Newcastle always play us rough, always come in and play a physical game. How are you not prepared for that? How is Odegaard going in there, allowing himself to get pushed around, and he's the captain of this squad? You think they would push Vieira around like that? You think Tony Adams would be okay with getting pushed around like that, wearing that badge? Are you fucking kidding me? Bro, Tony Adams playing today would get carried out in fucking cuffs. Like, I can't believe what I just witnessed. We support a club of fucking pussies. Sorry about it, chat. Sorry. No balls at all on these guys. None. And I hate talking like this, but what are we doing? Why are we wasting our time on this? What happened? What happened to our club? What happened? You give a little hope and you take it away. I'm fucking done with it. I'm done with it. Now the rest of the season is an exercise, and then they'll come to the U.S. again, and we'll go out and go to the pre-games again and be, you know what? It'll be okay, guys. This is the year. Next year, FC, bro. I'm done. I'm done. Sorry, Connor. Go.
No worries,
Pick up
man.
the chat. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys. Sorry.
Big ups,
Sorry.
everyone. I feel like I've just kind of just popped in on a random, like, just in the middle of rants, and rightfully so. But you know what's kind of crazy? I'm actually not angry. And the reason I'm not angry is because I actually expected this. Don't get me wrong, I'm a bit disappointed because I actually had money aside ready to book tickets for Wembley for a couple of people and myself. But is what it is. I've actually probably spent it on something more useful than Arsenal Football Club. So actually probably a good thing if we don't go. But now I'm actually not even going to bother wasting my energy or anger on this football team anymore, because now every stream that I go on, I'm going to be telling everyone what I think of this manager and what I think of the majority of these players. And I want this manager gone every single day. Every single day, don't even care if I'm not playing or not, every single day of every single week of every single year, until this manager's gone, I'm not going to stop peddling it out now because I'm done. We've seen this countless times. TJ, I know we're angry. I know everyone in the chat's angry, rightfully so. It's a poor situation to be in. We shouldn't be having to lose 2-0 at home to Newcastle. Listen, St. James's Park's always a different story for us, but at home is absolutely disgraceful. It just shows at the end of the day, nothing has changed, majority of the time. It's all well and good. People bang on about last season. Oh, but we scored 91 goals. Where were those 91 goals tonight? Because this is the same team that managed to do those 91 goals. Listen, I know Saka's not here, but Saka tonight wouldn't have saved us the game. And that is a fact.
Nope.
And no one can sit here and tell me that he would have been the reason we won the game tonight, because he wouldn't have been. Don't get me wrong, there have been games where Saka has rode out for us, but tonight wouldn't have been one of those nights. Because from what I've seen, and when I'm going to look back at the game tonight, after all the shows and everything, I'll look back at the game tonight, and I guarantee you it's going to be the same old story. We couldn't break down Newcastle. We kept having shot after shot. It was useless. Ladies and guys, I've got to keep honest and real with everyone who's in here right now, and TJ and Dow. You will not see, now just TJ, you will not see any changes in our style of play. So don't get, it sounds really bad, but don't get excited for the next game against Man United, because we're going to play the exact same way. Man United are going to sit back with their 5 back. They're going to sit back and they're going to counter us. Exactly what they did against Liverpool. And that might actually get them the win on Sunday. I swear to God, if we lose on Sunday, this manager needs to walk out the door. He needs to walk out the door. Not only are you losing to one of our most biggest rivals, who are currently sitting closer to the relegation battle than they are to top 4, but you're also getting yourself knocked out of a tournament where if Man United do win that this season, they have level the amount of FA Cups as us, which is Arsene Wenger's record for getting us up there anyway. He's got the most FA Cups as a manager and any manager, but also the fact of he was one of the reasons we're now up there with 13 FA Cups. That's a disgrace to someone who's actually won multiple things with our club. And it's one of the reasons that's made the club why it's so big today. That's a disgrace. And that's what Mikel Arteta has done to us. Man United have won 2 trophies more than Mikel Arteta has since he's taken over. Or maybe there was 1, 2 more. So, and don't count these stupid FA Cups. So, listen, at the end of the day, I'm not going to waste my time and energy. Every stream I'm now going to call Arteta out. I don't care if we win, lose, or draw. I don't care if we beat who have we got next in the league? I don't even know anymore. I don't even bother checking. I don't care if we win, lose, or draw anymore. We got Tottenham. Oh, fantastic. I can't wait for that game. Even if we beat Tottenham, I don't care. I don't care. This team will not change. This team will not win anything under Mikel Arteta. And that is a fact. The only things that we will win are pre-season trophies and community shields. If Arsenal fans think that's acceptable and they believe that that is what they should be doing, Arsenal should be winning these pre-season community shields, in the politest way possible, go support another team. Do me a favour and go support another team if you think that's the level. Or go follow Mikel Arteta in his next team wherever he goes.
Yeah, I hear Sheffield Wednesday. I hear Sheffield Wednesday needs supporters.
Yeah, go support Sheffield Wednesday. And that is me being honest and true. I haven't grown up watching us win league titles. I wasn't blessed to grow up with the early Wenger era, with George Graham. When Arsenal were proper Arsenal, when they're with why we are the club we are today, why we've been made this club, why we are the 3rd biggest club in the country. I wasn't brought up with that, but I've been brought around the correct people, in my opinion, and I've been brought around the correct basis to know what this club stands for and what this club means. And if people genuinely sit here and believe that 2nd place in a league and throwing away cups every single season like it's some sort of giveaway is acceptable, I'm sorry, but you don't deserve to support this football club. You don't. If you genuinely believe that's acceptable for a club like Arsenal. We're a joke nowadays because of people like that who think this is acceptable, and managers that we've now got who think that this is acceptable. I'll be very curious to see what Arteta has to say tonight. I have a funny feeling he'll say, well, let's wait and see what happens in the second leg. There is no way we're going to St. James's Park and we're winning that game. The only way I could see we win is we win 1-0, but that doesn't even get us through. You know,
we've scored 1 goal at St. James's Park in 2 years.
Yep.
Why would you think we're gonna rock up there and get like? That's why everybody was calling and saying that we need 2 goals minimum, because we can't play at St. James Park.
Nope.
It's just the way it is.
Nope.
And the way we will get bopped off the park. They'll come out and play a low block against us, and we won't be able to do anything. And they'll probably win 3. They'll win 3-0 on aggregate. Guys, you guys like
wake up.
Yeah, exactly. Go ahead. No, keep going, Connor.
No, wake up. Listen, I'm gonna say this again, TJ. TJ, we've been friends for how long now? It feels like ages now, to be fair.
Almost 2 years now, man. Almost 2 years.
I'll never forget. It was the Sporting game when we lost to Sporting. That was the one.
Yeah. March of 2023. I'll never forget it.
God, it was that. Is it really that long ago? Oh my God, that's crazy, man. You know, I think at this point, you, me, and hopefully everyone else in the chat can agree. Just don't bother wasting your breath anymore. There's no point. You know, this is how Arsenal will be whilst Mikel Arteta is here. You will not see change. You will not see any more adapting to games. You know, we saw what Mikel Arteta done when he brought his system in 2 years ago. And it was a good system. And we did have a good league run, but we bottled it. At the time, it was really good. We thought, okay, we could actually cook here. But we're now 3 years down the line, and it's become to a point where teams know what we're going to do. Teams have figured us out. And we're kind of moving a bit like Ange and Tottenham, as was put back there, Arsenal just as wisely Tottenham. You know, we have one system, and if that system doesn't work, we'll just wing it, I guess, and see if we can actually get something out of the game. We are 100%, the game on Sunday, United will sit back with their back 5, they'll sit back, and they'll wait for a counter, and they'll probably get a goal out of it, or they'll get something off a set piece. That is all it's going to be. And we're going to sit there all game with all the possession we want, passing, looking for a gap that we're never going to get because we've got Kai Havertz and Gabriel Jesus up front. Big up RSM. This club needs something new. We need something new. If Mikel Arteta if he loves this club so much, the amount of he bangs on about how much he loves this club and how much it's done so much for him, this club. Mikel, if you love this club so much...
it's lined his bank account. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, Mikel, if you love this club so much, do yourself the favour and do your club the favour and leave. Just leave. Thank you for what you've done. I do believe he's changed the club in some good ways from what we were when he took over. I do believe the squad is somewhat better from when he took over. I think our starting 11, when it's fully fit, is a lot better. But it's come to the point now where it's repetitive, it's boring, and it's not what Arsenal Football Club should be anymore. And he's taking the mick with it. And at the end of the day, like I said, I'm not wasting my breath. Every game, every stream we do now, I don't care if we slap City 6-0 whenever we next play them. I'm still going to be piping out, this manager's not it. Let's stop riding on this happy high whenever we win. Because at the end of the day, we'll be at May of every year and we'll have no league title and no cups with this manager. And it's as simple as that, ladies and gentlemen. It's as simple as that.
No, well said, man. And look, at the end of the day, we're all Arsenal fans and we want us to succeed. Yeah, big up Dal every single time. We've come to a point now where and shout out so hold on, let me shout out the people in the chat real quick before I keep going. Big up Hot Fuzz. See, and this is what I was talking about earlier, is that Manchester United fans like Hot Fuzz are now thinking that they can come to the Emirates and win. And with the way that we have been playing the last 4 or 5 matches, like it's cooked. It's cooked. And we still have Champions League to contend with after we get knocked out of the FA Cup. We get and the Carabao Cup, and we have the rest of the season to deal with. It could get very, very rough. I mean, and they said, and Trossard went off with an injury today.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Like we have got to look at how we've been managing this club and how other teams have been managing their clubs, and say, you know what, maybe we should take a page out of Chelsea's book and buy a bunch of players at all sorts of different fucking positions. Maybe buy some specialty players that aren't as versatile as you want, but can actually play striker, can play left wing, can play right wing, can play a 6, and you don't expect him to be an 8. Like, maybe we should be taking we should be taking lessons from some of these clubs that we say are beneath us. Last time I checked, Chelsea won a Champions League a few years ago. We've never done that.
Well, look at
Chelsea have more Premier Leagues than we do. But we're bantering them. Are you fucking kidding me?
And the managers they went through. Look at the managers they went through, TJ, since 2010.
Yep. Yeah, they got, and they hire and fire because if the coach isn't good enough or the manager isn't good enough, they're gonna get rid of them. And we sit here and we banter them. Are you kidding me? Like, give me a break.
I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna lie. When we do, his Twitter is fantastic. I'm not gonna lie, but sorry, guys. I'm
no, I mean, of course, it's fantastic. I mean, this is what we deserve. At the end of the day,
if you don't laugh, you'll cry. If you don't laugh, you'll cry.
Well, exactly. When we are the loudest fan base on social media, we deserve every bit we get. Like, you know, I cursed myself being an Arsenal fan and then coming on YouTube, because you have to pay for every single thing some asshole puts on Twitter. It is what it is. Like, I get it. I'm fine with it. I normally, like, every Friday, I look forward to 9 p.m. every Friday. I look forward to it because I get to come on and get to talk to you gents. But, you know, going on these panel shows, watching the club sometimes, it's worse than work. I could have gotten done. Yeah. I could have gotten done more at my job today, but I watched that. Like, come on, guys. Like, it's about time. Like, we've been paying this club. Like, Dal, I know you go out, you buy the merch. I go all over this fucking country and watch them play. Connor buys the merch, you know, and goes to the matches. When are they going to start paying the fans back? That's my question.
Well,
when are they going to start paying?
There's no fans, there's no club. Simple as that.
When are the supporters of this club going to start actually holding the players and the manager accountable? Because guess what? It was both today. It was both. No guts whatsoever. No balls, no nothing. Gutless today. Gutless. Yep. There was not one shining light on the pitch for us today. Not one. It was embarrassing. I'm like, you know what? And that's what I'm feeling. I'm embarrassed. I don't
know why, TJ. We're so used to it. Like I said, we've seen, how many times have we seen this? No, it's
big up Nico.
It's a theme now, guys. You know, it really is a theme. And just please don't expect any different until this manager's gone, guys. Please, because you will not see change. You'll not see difference. Mikel Arteta will always be the same. We are not going to sign anyone in January. If we're going to sign someone this month, it's going to be some mediocre ass Kingsley Coman that I'm seeing now. You know, it's nothing.
Kingsley Coman? Oh my God!
So many tweets about Nico Williams is now popping up again because Nico Williams is now kind of coming to Arsenal, but it's unattainable this month. We literally bought 103 million euros of players with Calafiori, Sterling, and Mikel Merino in the summer. We sold 83.5 million euros back. So in departures, we made 83 million. Do the math. We spent about what? I don't know, quick math. 18 million, 20 million, something around like that, right? What do you mean we don't have any fucking funds? What do you mean? We nearly broke even anyway. We sold one more player. We could have broken even in the summer. So what's about we don't have any players or any money, for players? What is going on, man? Do you know what the factor is? It's the fact that his manager doesn't have a clue. And do you know why I think he said it's not attainable? Because we don't have a sporting director. We've gone into a window with no sporting director. I'm seeing Thomas Rosicky as the option. Stop bringing in
jobs for the boys, bro. Jobs for the boys. Come on now.
The team Rosicky's the director for his 13th place in the freaking Serbian League.
I don't give a shit. What is these levels of people we're getting, man? Stop bringing back old players. The only old player I want is Matthew Flamini. Bring his $2 billion into the club, so he'll make this team better. But he knows what it means to be an Arsenal player. Like, to get this out of here, man. Bring his money, and I'll give a shit about that. Thomas Rosicky.
I always make the argument to this because TJ and I know that the money isn't the problem.
It isn't. No, to be fair, though, it isn't.
Right? If we had $1 billion to spend, yes, we would have. Would we have a better squad though, right, Connor? Because we'd spend that other $200 million on dog shit. I don't trust the recruiting, and it's fine to get if we got Goikarez in or whoever, Kingsley Coman, but it's not enough, right? We would need Kingsley Coman, Goikarez, a center back, another center mid, a center attacking mid. We need another right back because Ben White is wobbly for the rest of the season now, even if he does come back. A left back because Calafiori ain't it, Zinni ain't it, Kieran Tierney's gone.
When we needed a goal, Zinchenko, who immediately came onto the pitch and started wiping his nose.
This team is a shadow of what it was 2 years ago, bro.
Yes, we are.
This team now would get slaughtered by the team we had with Granit Xhaka in his last season. Would absolutely get slaughtered, even if they were fucking doppelgangers and ghosts, bro, and identical twins. That team is better than where we are now.
That team in October 2022 with Aubameyang leading the line
is better
than this.
With Socrates,
way better.
So great. So whatever the fuck his name is,
it was.
And Connor's right. It's all on this manager, and we have no sporting director. We have no one to write the deals, cut the deals, negotiate the deals. And Arteta's going to go to the names that he knows: Sterling, Koeman. Right, and then here we are coddling these players again, like we did all through Wenger's reign. Right, I mean the beginning to 2007 was pretty incredible, but after the Champions League final, what have we really done? Nothing. We've never replaced Patrick Vieira. We've never adequately replaced Thierry Henry. To be honest, I mean Giroud was great, Aubameyang was great,
Sanchez.
Judas ass change, right? Sanchez, he's a kind of a Judas in my book too. He wasn't eating meals alone at Man United in the cafeteria. He was completely ostracized from the United team. He didn't even want to eat with them. And we couldn't even have the balls to bring him back because there's this pride, I think, at times, right? Like we could have just brought Sanchez back, give him another 2-year contract, who knows? But the past
he's available, by the way. He's available, We can get him.
If he's 30 plus, bring him in.
He would be better. He would be better than either one of our nines. He's better than either one of our nines.
I mean, I'm just saying the other day, the 2015 FA Cup final team, Cartola, Ramsey, Giroud, Ozil, Sanchez, Walcott. I mean, those names right there, I mean, they didn't win us a title, but that team would annihilate this squad. Absolutely annihilate this squad. And I just, I'm so mad, bro. 26 years now, another calendar year of following this club. And I never thought I would say, but we are in long ball merchants, and we're just a place for people to go to get a paycheck and stepping stone to a bigger club. That's all this club is a stepping stone for players to go to bigger and better places, and we'll pay them a shitload of money in the meantime.
Yeah, I agree. And it's so bad that we're continuing to and I was even I got up today, I wore my Arsenal kit. I was all excited. I'm like, you know what? We're going to get it over the line today. We're going to be taking these cups seriously. The boys have to be up for it. We're so close to a piece of silverware, and they didn't do it. They didn't do it. Now now we have to watch and have this sporting director conversation when what does it matter? What does it matter? As long as this regime's in charge, what does it matter? Like, who cares?
Well,
it doesn't matter. They're going to go in there. They're going to sign a mediocre player. This fan base is going to glaze them and say, you know what? Arteta, you say we bring in Marcus Rashford. We'll be bringing Marcus Rashford on alone.
Oh,
just saying. Just as an example. This fan base will glaze him and say, you know what, Mikel Arteta, he knows everything. He will be able to captain Savaho, Marcus Rashford. He'll come in here and he'll wear the number 10 shirt and he'll absolutely fuck it up.
I swear to God, if we sign Marcus Rashford, I swear to God, I'm going to get my mum and my dad to drop me outside London Colney, and I say, come back to me in about a week or two. I'm tenting myself outside London Colney protesting if we sign Marcus Rashford. I will literally sleep outside London Colney Still the players coming in, I'll have fucking banners and I'll say,
You could make a dope
bro,
banner with nice
fuck
graphics
out.
and everything on
And I'll
there.
tell
Yeah.
you, there's no disrespect to Marcus Rashford. We're 5 years into a process. Why are we signing Marcus Rashford? Like, it is crazy.
Why are we linked to half the players that we're linked to? Why do we? Why is Raheem Sterling anywhere near this club?
Yeah, well, hold on a minute. Where's Calafiori? I thought we just signed him. Why did you sign Raheem Sterling? Why did you sign Raheem Sterling, Mikel? Why are you playing Trossard on the right? But I thought he was a left winger. But I thought you brought in Sterling to be that player. But I thought we haven't seen the best of him yet.
Why
we signed him on
Kai
deadline
Havertz?
day to be the big player? But he wasn't brought in
Why?
deadline day, was he, Mikel? He was brought in the day before, wasn't he? Because you wanted to
Right.
get a player, but you couldn't get him. So Sterling was a little PR spin to make everyone so happy. Oh, we signed Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling's fucking shit. That's what
Why was Kai Havertz playing right wing when you have Raheem Sterling sitting on the bench? Why? Why?
Kai doesn't know where to go. Unless he can
Kai
assist
Havertz-
Sterling.
Kai Havertz played over there against Ipswich anyway, you guys. I showed you the map last week. He drifts over there anyway, and he just looks absolutely fucking lost. The manager is done. He lost the plot. It's over. That is what I'm just going to rename the title to. It's over. I've seen enough. There's no more ticky-tacky. Oh, well, Arteta doubt. No. It's over. Stop this. Up the standards. Stop the pain.
But
Start rebuilding now.
Stop. I mean, I'm generally, I swear on my life, if we get a win on Sunday, I'm not even letting the happy high get on me. United, I don't actually care because we're not going to win the FA Cup anyway. We're not. Get down to that stage. We're not going to win the cup. You know, just look at the way the team performs when we need to win a game, man. You know,
yeah.
Honestly, sack off Brighton. I'd lose Brighton. I actually don't care. Lose to the Brighton game, right? Because Liverpool have won this league anyway, and we ain't going to catch Liverpool. Liverpool aren't going to do an Arsenal and fall off. Liverpool are set. They know what they need to win a league title.
Liverpool could win a domestic treble the way that
they could do whatever they could do whatever they want. They know what they're doing. Yep. They're winners. They know what it's like to win, right? But Arsenal, right? Sack off Brighton, right? Say we lost that game. Your full focus is on the semi-final of a cup competition that you damn fucking well know you've got to win. You've got to win this. The fans deserve a trophy. I'm paid all this bloody money every week to win for my fans, to make a name for myself. You really think so? Do you know the thing that really makes me laugh is those players would have walked off that pitch at full time. They'd have walked into the dressing room, got changed, whatever. It'd probably been dead silent because they don't talk after a game. I know they don't. They'll just sort of sit there, wait for their showers. Guaranteed they're sitting in there. They're on the way home right now. Probably some of them are home already, putting their feet up. I guarantee they couldn't give a fuck. Not even on their mind about the game today. But they're just chilling with their missus or their children or their partners, whoever. Yeah. Chilling. But some of them are on the PlayStation. They get tomorrow off because it was a game today. They'll get sleep at home tomorrow, get a sleep in. They won't give a shit. I guarantee you, and I guarantee it's about 85 to 90% of the players. They don't give a fuck. Literally the games where we always need to win, gents. It's always the ones that are the must-win. The must-wins. And the players just don't give a shit. They always flip. 91 goals scored last season is what I heard. We don't need to fix the attack. Where were those 91 goals today? Where were they against Fulham last season? Against West Ham last season? Aston Villa last season? Where were they? It's always the excuses. And I would really love to know, come the end of this season, if we finish below second, even if we finish second, I couldn't give a shit. But if we do finish below second, because it will make my point even more stand out, that we have done worse than last season with no trophies, I would love to hear from the fans that do want this manager to stay and a lot of these players to stay. What do we do from here? Let's just go next season and see what happens. People who have that mindset, in my opinion, are losers. Like, as in your world, you are a loser. Because how can you be happy with that? How can you contend with that? You know, it blows my mind, gents. It really does. How can we support a club like this and accept that? I mean, I know we don't, but how can you support a team like Arsenal and accept this and think this is all right? You know, let's just wait another 20 years and see.
On to the next. There's always next year. There's always next year, Connor.
It's a loser mentality. And it really does blow my mind how people can live like that. How can you watch a game of football? And listen, if we were supporting a team that's just been promoted to the Premier League, we're newbies. We're trying to get used to it. and we're not having the best time, but we're trying our best. We're getting points. I'd say fair enough. We're trying our best. We're one of the biggest teams in the country. Can't say Europe because we're shit in Europe. One of the biggest teams in the country. And this is how we act. We blame referees. We blame injuries.
Yeah.
I swear to God, there will never be any other. They'll blame Isak today, the player that they also want. Oh, we want Isak. We love Isak. I'll get us Isak. But you'll blame him today for the reason that we shouldn't have conceded the first goal. How about Odegaard gets himself into the gym instead of playing with his hair, gets himself into the gym, bulk up a bit more, and you won't get shoved around like a pussy. You're meant to be, like Teach said earlier, you're meant to be the captain of this football club. Would Vieira, Tony Adams get allowed to be shoved like that? Would they? I don't even think Laurent Koscielny would have allowed himself to be shoved like that. This is a contact sport, ladies and gentlemen. Stuff like that does happen. If it was full intent, he's whacking him on the floor. Could be talked about. A little nudge. Get out of my way. I'm going to get this header in. And also the fact that Odegaard's marking him. I thought we're meant to be the set piece kings. I thought Nicolas Højbjerg, he's got a mural outside the stadium. Like, he's a god in for Arsenal. God, he's an absolute legend. He's won so much of Arsenal. He's done a couple good free kicks in the last month, and he gets a mural. That is the levels. That is actually the levels. Fair play for his corners. Fair play. They got us a couple of wins. We're now known as Stoke to him, thankfully. That's great in group chats that I'm in. We're Stoke now. That's actually depressing. He gets a mural. Where was his mural useful today? Marking Isak? Odegaard marking Isak. You might as well throw Fabio Vieira in front of him. Why aren't our best centre-backs marking their best striker? What's going on here?
Don't be surprised, by the way. You said the words. Don't be surprised if he's on a plane back from Portugal tomorrow.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised.
He should be here soon. He's back.
No, I'm dead serious. With Trossard out, he doesn't trust Sterling on the right. And the loan spell at Porto, the loan spell at Porto has not been going well from what I've been reading. Because these rumors started last week, by the way.
Because he's shit. Even now, Porto know he's shit. Yeah. They robbed us. £40 million.
He will be back. He will be back, Connor. Watch.
£40 million.
He'll be back.
Oh my God. The day this manager's gone, the day you'll see trophies. That's all I'm going to say. The day this manager's gone, the day you will see.
I just hope we get it done before the players like Bukayo Saka, and Gabriel.
Saliba's gone in the summer.
Saliba's gonna go to Real Madrid.
I think the whole thing is just the whole transfer window. We have just been a smoke screen in the wool pulled over our eyes, trying to set, getting players like Calafiori and Marino just to quiet the fan base.
Yeah,
there's not one player I think that we could bring in right now that he wouldn't ruin either, right? And I know they're not serious anymore, right? We may have been serious when we, first 2 seasons ago, but that was already 2 years into his regime, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just sort of like, what are we trying to Are we rebuilding the team? Are we keeping what we got? I don't know why we're just linked, like I said earlier, 1 or 2 players. We need 6 or 7. I just don't know why there's so much disorganization right now. It's like we're just completely unorganized from the top down. Like,
if you don't really think about it, Calafiori did make sense because I feel like we did need a left back. We needed more of a left-sided defender because if Gabriel got injured, then maybe he could go in the left. But I was only thinking that of a left-footed centre-back, so I was thinking, well, kind of makes sense, but he's shit anyway. I don't actually think Calafiori is even that good now. And then I'm looking at Mikel Merino and I'm thinking, I'm watching him and I'm thinking, this guy is like a Dani Ceballos. Like, he really is. It's like what he's playing, the way that we're playing, right? It's literally, Arteta wants another Xhaka. He wants another Xhaka in team. He wants a midfielder that literally goes forward with a striker. I.e., when we first saw Mikel Merino, he scored that header. When he ran into the box. He's looking for that midfielder that can get involved with goals. A 10, if you would say. So why haven't you signed a 10? Why have you signed another 8-6? Like a CDM or another number 8? Do you know why he signed him? He signed him because his first name's Mikel, and they can go to Starbucks together and get coffees, and they can guess which one's which because they both got Mikel on the name. They can guess which coffee's whose. Oh, Mikel, was this one? No, it's yours, Mikel. It's yours. No, there's all this reasoning behind it. Mikel Merino, we signed the third best midfielder of Sociedad.
Well,
I
if you
wasn't
look
even
at it,
excited when we
Connor,
signed him.
if you look at him, not only is their name match, but their play styles match. Mikel Arteta plays a similar way that Mikel Merino does.
He's got the same hair as him, the same hair. He practically
it's-
looks the same as him when Arteta was 25, however old Mikel
you know,
Merino is.
we just
It's
bought him
it's
off of the
all the
Euros.
same,
Look
guys.
decent in the Euros.
And I can't get over listen. This manager's done so much to make us look mediocre. The community shield comments, the fact that we can't sign anyone in January, which is a load of bollocks in my opinion. I think it's just the fact that we have no actual leader in transfers at the moment, because you can't lead a first-team Premier League squad and focus on transfers. The fact we didn't get that done the day Edu decided to leave that position, and we're how many months away? I think he's been out of the job for. I know he's been technically in the role, but he's not out of the. You know what I mean?
Right.
So when it was announced, I think what was it 2 months ago now?
Yeah, November.
What the fuck have we been doing for 2 months? What is actually? You think a football club of our stature should be acting on that now, straight away? Interviews, bang. We need to get some names in right now. We were linked to that guy from Newcastle for a while, and that hasn't gone through. And now we're linked to Thomas Rositzky all of a sudden, while the January window's open. What? Is that our signing for January? Thomas Rositzky? Is he meant to be in the team? Is he coming out of retirement to play for Arsenal? They're going to be doing a 2-month loan like we did with Thierry Henry when we got him from the New York Red Bulls, wherever it was. What's going on here? This club is such a mess. It's an absolute mess, and it will never change while Mikel Arteta is here. And guys, there is no point wasting your energy or your breath, because you're going to get the same thing repeatedly. It's like watching It's like watching a series that you've already seen about 10 times. It's going to be the same ending. It's going to be the same story. Oh my god! Do you know what?
Sorry, that was really funny.
Do you know what I kind of think about? Right, I'm a big Star Wars nerd, and I love the Revenge of the Sith. That is one of my favorite movies of all time.
A good one.
And, it gets to that point where Anakin's about to turn to the dark side, and I kind of think in my head when I'm watching, I'm like, I wonder if he won't change to the dark side, in my head, in the movie. I'm like, I wish it would. But no, you know what the ending's going to be. You know how it's going to end. It's like Arsenal. You know how every season's going to end. We've just had a bit of a different one the last few years because we actually decided to have a decent run. But then we flopped it at the end because that's what Arsenal do under Mikel Arteta. It's just as simple as that, and nothing's going to change. We're going to get through in the Champions League, in my opinion. I think we're going to beat Girona, and I do think we're going to get through. I don't know about I think we're going to beat Dynamo Zagreb. I don't know if we're going to beat Girona away because our away form is
confident. Yeah, they're away, right?
I think we're going to. I don't think we're going to progress, but we're going to get knocked out again, and we're going to get knocked out of the Carabao Cup in February in the second leg, and we're going to get knocked out of the FA Cup at some point. I think we could beat United, but after that performance, I'm not that confident. But if we don't, same old Arsenal. But we go again next season, guys. We go again next season.
If we play the way we did today against Girona, we're going to get 8 up.
Yeah, probably.
And it's like,
probably.
It's, do I expect us to beat Girona? Yes. Is it going to happen? Probably not. But the thing is that I know it's not going to happen when I see Kai Havertz in the lineup at this point, right? Why did Jesus not even get the start today? He's been the most prolific goal scorer in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah. It's because Kai Havertz got over the sniffles. That's why.
Oh God! But he still can't trap a ball.
Right, and here's what's so crazy to me too is that you have and Jez, if you want the link, where I got another. I mean, I can go for another 20 minutes. I'm just. How do I want to say this? I don't understand how he hasn't figured it out yet. I don't understand how we are still spamming crosses into the box. And we have Gabriel Jesus in the 9, and we're expecting him to do something against Dan Burn. What are we trying to do here? We have Trossard spamming crosses into the box, and nobody's getting ahead on it because we're not tall in that position. And Kai Havertz, you saw what he could do if a ball's crossed in on him today. It hits off of his chest and goes wide.
Yeah,
you guys saw that in the first half. Wide open net. Just lets it go, and he just goes,
yeah.
And then
he couldn't give a shit. That guy, he couldn't give a shit about.
He does
Arsenal.
not give a shit. He's getting a paycheck here. He doesn't care. Ship him back to Germany. Ship him back to Leverkusen, where he actually had a career. Because he's done absolute shit in the Premier League. He wasted Chelsea's time outside of one miracle goal in the Champions League final. He's been eating off of that ever since. And I'm done with it. The Justice for Kai bullshit, the whole King Kai 60 million down the drain song. We got sold a lemon. We got sold a lemon and people made a song about it.
Haven't heard that one in a while, the whole 60 million down the drain song.
Yeah, that's because he's been too busy either with the sniffles or not scoring goals or letting balls bounce off of his chest. Pause. Like I'm just done. I'm just so tired.
I watched, shout out Yeti and shout out
Big
Wolves.
up John Cena too, by the way. Big up John Cena.
John Cena. And at least I saw Forest beat Wolves, but I'll tell you what, that game was wild. Like, I think either of those teams right now in form can beat us. If we look anything like we did today, any opposition, we're getting smoked. We're getting smoked, bro. I mean, even shout out Fuzz. I see you there talking about balls on.
We got a bunch of legends in here.
A bunch of legends. Yeah, shout out Fuzz. Shout out Anthony.
Jesus. We gotta get this guy back on the show.
I'm not. Like I said the other day in the comments, it's like United could have turned a corner the other day.
Yeah,
I mean,
they could have.
Like the most pretty performance, but they held Liverpool, right? And they actually had an attack. And they actually.
It looked like
what Amaran was trying to do. At least
Staffy,
play the ball wide a bit.
Staffy said it perfectly. He said it looks like the training is starting to take hold. Like his system is actually starting to formulate, and it starts to formulate, and Bruno Fernandes has one of the best games of his career.
Yeah, he was phenomenal.
Like he was phenomenal against Liverpool, absolutely phenomenal. And and if there's a little bit of quality in that United squad, especially in their front three, they could be back.
Mm-hmm.
If Garnacho wasn't such a fucking bottle job, if what's his name, Højlund wasn't such an absolute fraud. That guy is a donkey too. Like I don't know what it is with these guys from the Nordic states outside of obviously Holland, but man, like United could be a force next season if they buy right. They could be. You never know. And they're going to be playing one game a week. So
and I'd say
but Connor, don't worry. Next year.
Second. We'll do it again next year, guys. I can't wait for the same thing next year.
Top Gooners are going to think even today was progress. Just the fact that we got to the semifinal, you can't see what Mikel's cooking up.
But hey, listen, do you know what? It was a success today because guess what? They sold over 10,000 hot dogs and burgers. Come on, there's a trophy there. Listen, fellas, I'll jump off. But big up to both of you. Big up to everyone in the chat as well.
Big up Connor, man.
And if we don't beat United on Sunday, just remember, nothing is going to change. We're not going to play a crazy game of football on Sunday. It's going to be the same football. It's going to be the same way we're playing. And I guarantee you, please come back on Sunday if we do a match reaction or something else to debate about it.
Oh, we will. We'll be here.
It will be United sit back. We pass it around. Can't get a ball through into the box.
Yeah.
They counter us. That'll be how they win the game, if they do win the game. Apart from that, it's going to be the same thing. So don't get yourself hyped up. We're not winning the league. We're not winning the Carabao Cup. We're not winning the FA Cup. And we're definitely not winning the Champions League. But you know what? You might win the Community Shield next year. We'll wait and see. Take care, fellas.
Take care, Connor, every single time. Connor coming on here, cooking and leaving. You know what I mean? What an absolute gem. Dal, final thoughts, man. I'm going to go take a break before I have to go yell at Flawless.
Yeah, I got to get back to the work grind, too. Final thoughts is that we are completely impotent in attack. We've sacrificed our attacking skill, I guess you could say, our prowess, to go into more of a defensive, balanced position out on the pitch, right? We're trying so hard not to concede that we do concede, if that makes sense, because the concentration levels aren't there. The communication certainly is not there throughout the team. And that's, again, too, I wanted to talk about just a tad earlier, but I'll just glaze over, is that it's quiet, bro. There's, we need a captain who's vocal out there leading, realizing that when Trossard, that's not enough. But I get that, that's part of football. A lot of players have done that for decades, I mean, I get that aspect of it. But when you're not doing anything and you're expecting the crowd to get into it, that's when the leadership comes in, and we just don't have it. We don't have it, obviously, in the sporting director. We don't have leadership, real leadership skills in a manager, and we don't have leadership in a captain. So when you don't have those three things, you don't have a very good football club. And imagine that. You get put out by Newcastle. But that's not to put down their performance today. I mean, we've got to admit, Isak is probably the top informed player right now, I think, in the league, TJ. I mean, name someone else. I mean, there's probably a couple names you could throw in there. Cole Palmer, maybe. I don't know. I don't want to get into that. But the thing is that when you're marking, if you're man marking or zonal defense, and I don't know if Arteta even knows the difference. But let's say we're man marking. You can't let their most dangerous player out there hanging around about to pop one in near posts, which is exactly what he did today.
Yep.
And that to me is communication from the captain, right? From leadership. Gabriel, Saliba, they need to know that, hey, why am I marking 5'6" Lewis Hall when I got 6'3" Isak behind me? I mean, it's just IQ. Like I feel like the games we lose, we just completely blank out when it comes to football IQ and actually what's really happening in the real world on the pitch, instead of us just standing and thinking about what we are going to do or should do. I think the players get lost in their own thoughts sometimes, or they're more worried about themselves than the overall squad. And pretty much any through ball is just a killer to us now, and we don't know how to react to it. And that's that. And that, I guess, overall, we're just reactive in general. When I thought, go back to 2 seasons ago, we were very proactive, getting on top of teams early, getting those 1-0 goals. And if it tied up, we would, have some reassurance in the 89th minute, right? Remember when we were getting those 89th minute goals that were great? That's what makes football fun. But when all that dries up, just like our set pieces, this is what we're left with.
Facts. Big up, Dal. Yeah, I'll talk more about it on Flawless' stream, but I mean, the tactics are bad. The players aren't up for it. And we need to take a serious look at what the future of this club is going to look like as a fan base. I mean, as a fan base, we need to take some stock here and decide if we're going to be a team that are also rans or champions. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get it out. We're gonna redirect you over to Big Six Bants, over to Mons, and then he's gonna redirect over to Flawless. So that's why I'm not redirecting over to Northside, but go over to Northside and say hello for me. We will be live again on Friday with Flawless and Sheik for a Man United preview on the channel for American Idiots, episode 88.
Oof.
And yeah. Until next time, people, you know the vibe. We'll see you over on Sarcasm City TV in a bit.
You don't have the answers, DJ.
Do you have the answer?
You don't have the answers.
Tony, do you have the answer?
You don't have the answers,
You don't have
DJ.
the answer.